Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Well, the Rays have been powered by Junior Caminero, and tonight they again will play host to the San Francisco Giants. With Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats, great to have you aboard. We'll hear from Ryan Bass throughout the telecast as well tonight. Junior Caminero has been something else. He has been a powerhouse, to put it succinctly.
Well, on the season, 9 home runs for Junior, but let's look what he's done in the last couple of weeks. Seems like we've been talking an awful lot about Junior, and that's a good thing because when he's swinging the bat well and he's productive, this team is winning, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Junior Caminero with 7 home runs in his last 15 games, and last 3 home runs, how about that? Over 430 feet. So he is really starting to catch the ball clean, and when he does that, it's going to jump. We saw it last night. Robbie Ray tried to sneak a fastball in on him. Junior was having none of that. And again, when Junior's got a productive bat, Rays win ball games. Happened last night.
Yeah, and on the mound tonight for the Rays, Griffin Jax. He's been an opener for the Rays. He's worked out of the bullpen. Tonight, we'll probably see him go a little deeper as he prepares to move into the rotation.
Yeah, are we seeing this again? Yep. This would be the 4th time in the last 5 years that the Rays have done this. You think about Jeffrey Springs, Zach Littell, Drew Rasmussen. Now, Griffin Jax, when he did break into Major League Baseball, he did have 14 starts for the Twins back in 2021, but then went to the bullpen and now maybe making a return. And the thing about Griffin Jax, he has the arsenal and the complementary pitches to make that happen. Good fastball, good breaking stuff, and he's done it before. So let's see if the Rays can do it again.
So it will be the Rays and the San Francisco Giants going at it again tonight in the middle game of this series. First pitch coming up.
Papa John's.
Rays baseball is brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal. By Rooms to Go. Get one-stop shopping plus decorating made easy. That's Rooms to Go. And by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Rays look to continue their winning ways at home as they take on the San Francisco Giants. The Rays with a 5-game home winning streak.
Hurry.
Last night, the Rays kicked off their homestand with a win over San Francisco. A game that saw a little bit of everything. Solid pitching, big flies, and some stellar defense. So what will Junior Caminero and company do for an encore? Game 2 against the Giants is on deck next. Rays baseball is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Welcome inside Tropicana Field. The Rays sending Griffin Jax to the mound, making his 2nd start of the year overall, his 13th appearance. And for more on that, let's go to Ryan Bass.
Well, Dwayne, Griffin Jax embracing a new challenge tonight, as you mentioned, embracing this transition from the bullpen to the starting rotation. Now, this has been in discussion for a while, dating back to when he was acquired last season, got brought up again in the offseason. They felt this was the right time to do it. And for Jax, this isn't about reinventing himself. It's about trusting who he's become. He told us, I'm a different pitcher now than I was when I did this back in 2021. My stuff's better. I've learned how to pitch in the big leagues. The Rays have had success with this model before, guys. As you mentioned, B.A. Drew Rasmussen, Zach Littell, and of course Jeffrey Springs. Jax believes this is the right place to do it. Now, it won't happen overnight. Likely going to go a couple of innings today in that opener role, around 40 pitches. But I'll tell you what, Dwayne NBA, if it clicks, there is some real upside here. The Rays could go 4 for 4 with this transition here.
And it's a unique way to develop depth, I think, in your pitching staff and in the rotation. One or two guys go out, and you've got another guy you can work his way right into the rotation. Quick look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Orlando Health. Yogo Lee's going to lead it off. He'll be followed by Luis Arraez, and then Casey Schmidt hits third for San Francisco in front of Rafael Devers, Matt Chapman, the third baseman, and then Willie Adames, the former Ray. Elliot Ramos is in left with Drew Gilbert in center field. Patrick Bailey will do the catching.
Well, let's take a look at Griffin Jackson. His numbers on the season is 12 games, the 1 start. And you know that those are going to start to come down. That ERA, the whip, that's what the problem has been, just far too many base runners. And as soon as that starts to be cut down, then you'll see those numbers start to even out there for Griffin Jackson, who has absolutely dynamic stuff.
Lee in there and goes after the first pitch, fouling it off with that fastball starting at 95, and he fouled it the other way.
Well, he'll get that thing up there, 97, 98, averaging 96 this season. The sweeper, a big pitch for him. A lot of break, spins it tight, got late break to it, the 4-seam, 2-seam. You see he's got a full arsenal.
The pitch fouled away again on the hard stuff once more, and it's 0-2.
I think that's one of the reasons why this is so intriguing. You know, the Rays have done this in the past, and then you start to think about Jackson, his arsenal. It's an arsenal of power stuff, a lot of good breaking balls, and it complements each other well.
And that pitch in on Lee as he fights it off and fouls it. Still 2 strikes.
You know, the other thing that jumps out at you is when we talk about Zach Littell, Drew Rasmussen, Jeffrey Springs, that transition from the pen to the starting rotation took place during the major league season. They weren't doing that in spring training. Same thing here with Jax.
Oh, and cut the miss. Waving at the hard stuff up, maybe out of the zone for the strikeout.
And you know what, Dwayne? You can do that when you have the count in your favor. You can go ahead and say, I'm going to try to get you to chase. He probably didn't think he was going to chase this. Look at this ball just climb through the zone and way up there. That's chin high.
Here is Luis Arraez. And that hard stuff, 4-seamer, he has come out firing.
He really has it, and it's looking like it's got some late life, some late jump to it. This guy doesn't swing and miss very often.
A foul ball again, out of play with that 4-seamer. 2 strikes. Arraez asking for time. Hunter Wendelstedt calling the balls and strikes. The son of the late Harry Wendelstedt, who was a long time a really great umpire, and Hunter, his son, working the plate tonight. Up the middle and a base hit off the 0-2 pitch. And Arraez is aboard.
We talked about Luis Arraez in the pregame show and his bat control. The slowest swing speed in Major League Baseball, but the control right there. And what he got from Griffin Jackson was a gift. That was a curveball in an 0-2 count that just caught way too much of the zone, and Luis Arraez just too good of a hitter.
That's what you're talking about right there.
And look at the names on that list. I mean, there's some guys that can swing the bat and put up some numbers. And you'd better. If you're going to, you know, Stephen Kwan is a career 279 hitter. Jacob Wilson hit 311 last year. He's hitting 288 this year. Chandler Simpson's hitting 314. And Luis Arraez, the slowest of them all, is a 3-time batting champ. You know what they do, what they all have in common besides the slow bat speed? They don't swing and miss often. They don't strike out very often. That's what you have to be able to move the baseball if you're going to have a slow bat. If not, there's just no place in the game for you.
There's a strike. 2-1 to Casey Schmidt, the designated hitter. They have Arrives and Schmidt in the lineup hitting over 300. And Schmidt is up in the count 3-1. High fly ball left center. Mullins and Simpson going to be Cedric out there making the catch for the out and holding it first. Arrives, stays right there.
Well, let's go ahead and set the rest of that Rays defense for you. Joining Cedric Mullins in that outfield is going to be Chandler Simpson and Johnny DeLuca. Infield third to first, Junior Caminero, Taylor Walls, Richie Palacios, and Jonathan Aranda, with Hunter Fiducia getting the call behind the plate.
And there is Palacios getting that start.
Boy,
at second base.
How about the shades match the uniform perfectly?
Pitch is upstairs to Devers. Well, you got to look good to play good.
Yeah, there you go.
He's all set. Devers starts the night hitting .210. Trying to catch up there and could not. 1-1.
Everybody accessorizing tonight. Even the sleeve.
And that fastball again, 1-2, and that's been one of the issues for Devers.
Velocity has given him trouble. I mean, he's struggled against the breaking balls. He's struggled against off-speed pitches, splits and changes. But the fastball with velocity, almost a 40% swing and miss rate, and that's why Griffin's going right after him.
Upstairs, 2-2.
He just has not shown the ability to catch up to those pitches. And when you look at his bat speed, it has come down significantly in the last couple of seasons.
The 2-2. Or the hard stuff, and he managed to foul that one off.
You know, that's what's interesting is you're like, well, his bat speed has come down, but it's nowhere near where Luis Ariza. But Luis, that's how he hits. You know, bat control, that's not the type of hitter that Rafael Devers is. Not that he can't learn to be, but he's still, you know, power, production, big bat speed that just hasn't been there.
And a fly ball toward left center. And it's going to be Simpson here to grab that one. The base hit and the man left. When they come back, Simpson will lead off.
Do you know what?
Well, there we go to the bottom of the first. A look at Chandler Simpson. Will be leading it off. The lineup brought to you by Orlando Health. Simpson followed by Cedric Mullins and Junior Caminero. Aranda, Fraley, and Palacios, the heart of the lineup. DeLuca, Fiducia, and Taylor Walls will round it out.
Well, taking the mound tonight for the San Francisco Giants going to be right-hander Landon Roop. And boy, he has put together a season so far. 5-1 on the record, tied for the major league lead in wins. ERA at just over 2.5 and a whip sub-1.
And a first pitch strike on the fastball. Chandler starts the night at 314.
Keep your eye on that two-seam fastball. He has a turbo sinker.
That's a chop out towards second. And the throw by Arise is going to beat Simpson to the bag. So the chopper, 4-3. That's the first out.
You know, when you look at Roop, too, his last 4 starts, there's a couple things that jump out at you. Last 4 starts, he's 4-0 with a 1.82. Impressive, no? Okay, well, last 3 starts, he's 3-0. Forget the ERA. 18 2/3 innings in his last 3 starts. He's given up 4 hits. 4 hits in his last 3 starts.
Yeah, and 2 of those came against Miami in 7 2/3.
And the 2 previous, 1 hit in each.
Yeah.
I mean, he is on some kind of roll. It means he's due, Dwayne.
That's right.
It means he's due.
Like the way you're thinking. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Cedric Mullins. He's going to put down a bunt. That's going to be a foul ball with Chapman in to make the pickup.
Oh, I love that. I love that part of the Rays game. where you've got guys that are willing to do that. We saw Chandler pull a bunt with him in last night's game.
You know, you look up and down this lineup, and if you go back, I don't know, a decade or maybe a decade and a half, this so resembles to me a National League, a typical National League style baseball lineup.
And they're a pain to defend.
Yes.
And to pitch against.
Multifaceted.
Yeah.
Couple guys in there with some big pop. And there's a high shot foul. Boy, did he get that one. A long way foul. And not quite to the back wall, but well foul.
The breaking ball right here. Now, that's the other thing with Roop. He's got pitches that have a ton of late movement and a ton of movement well above major league average. Not overpowering with velocity, but tons of movement. He thought he got it one there. Thought he got, yep, that was the old walk-off that you're getting ready to have the catcher throw it around the infield. He's like, yep, gotcha. Or not.
And a base hit. Served into center field. And Mullins is aboard. Nice little base hit right there. Junior Caminero about to step in.
Well, let's take a look at a StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. His last 5 home games, 4 home runs all over the field. He's got that kind of juice.
Yes, and every one 400 feet plus.
Yeah, and the last 3, 432 plus.
Yes.
When you hit one and it's still over 400, it's pretty impressive.
There's a strike. 9 on the year for Caminero, 9 home runs.
Pretty good lead there for Cedric, drawing that throw. 1 disengagement used up. There has not been an attempt yet on Roop. That's a big lead, though.
Chopper foul.
Now, Robbie Ray trying to come back in with the fastball, and Junior just doesn't let it happen. He doesn't quite get the pitch where he wanted it, and Junior made him pay to the tune of 432 feet.
Lead again off first by Mullins. A start and a check on that pitch.
That's the curveball, and that's the one we were talking about with the movement. Did you see right here as he's going to go and man got close, but that's a good call. But the sweeping action on that curveball.
And there it is. Came back with it and gets him out strikes.
He came back with it and he backed it up. I don't know if he did that on purpose because that came out of the hand. I think he wanted it closer to the outside corner. Yeah, he started that in off the plate and broke it to the middle. Those are the ones that can end up getting hit. But look at the sweeping action. You know, every curveball has a little bit of sweeping action to it. And for Roop, he gets 7.5 inches more than the major league average. So it is a tough pitch for right-handed hitters to stay on.
And he starts the breaking ball here, working on a rondo. Strike one.
There you go. Plus 7.4 inches of sweep on the curveball compared to major league average, and you saw him just, backdoor that pitch, start it off the plate away and wrap it right to it, and then that. That's what we're talking about with the late movement. I mean, he's one of the really good pitchers in today's game. They talk about, I want a pitch that's a strike to a ball. A strike to a ball, and Roop does that so well.
Runner on the move, pitches up, throw down, will be in time. It skipped in. Mullins called out on that play at second base. Trying to go in head first, and the Rays determining if they want to take another look at it.
The catch and tag by Adames was next level.
So he is caught stealing. The Rays will not contest it. And at the end of an inning, we have no score. Another look. On inning 2, no score. It will be Matt Chapman to lead off against Griffin Jacks. Pitch, that ball stays down. The ground ball handled by Caminero. Chapman is out number one. Let's call upon Ryan Bass. Ryan?
Well, Dwayne, Willie Adames about to step into the box. And, you know, yesterday he popped into the Rays clubhouse for about 20 minutes and spent one-on-one time with Junior Caminero. Of course, the two first met last year in San Francisco. They developed quite the mentorship and friendship between the two of them. In speaking with both of them, Caminero said, you know, he's always smiling like me, and I love the personality. Adames called Junior a promising superstar, but told him his message was simple to him yesterday. Stay grounded, enjoy the game, trust the process. And on some of the comparisons, he joked, maybe the personality. I didn't hit 45 homers, though. But around here, Dwayne B., you know, Adames, one of the most liked guys in the building, and you're starting to see some of that same kind of presence with Junior Caminero.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to have someone in this case like Adames, who's been around, he's had success, and they have some commonality about them, to have that kind of interaction. I think it can only be positive.
Guy that has done it for as long as Willie has, and you know he's been through the grind of long seasons, and boy, any little bit of mentorship or advice or whatever is always, especially when it's being sought out, you know, and that's something that Junior does, because he's always looking to try and get better and improve in every way possible. We see it in the cage, we see it out in the field, and now you're seeing it as far as just approach to the game.
Griffin Jacks to the plate. Pitch foul back, holding the count at 2-2. Adames in his career with 8 at-bats against Jacks. He is 1 of 8 against him. Now it's going to be a full count. Into right, DeLuca is there. Enough hang time to grab it. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, you have to like what you've seen here in the early going from Griffin Jacks as far as pounding the strike zone goes. You know, he is not out there messing around. He is coming right after these hitters and challenging them.
That's one of the things in the outings he's had prior. And just 11 1/3 innings coming in, but 8 walks and 12 strikeouts.
That's it. The 8 walks and the fact that he's over 19 pitches an inning.
Yeah,
he's not that kind of guy. He's going to get some strikeouts, and that may cost him some pitches. But when he comes out like he is here tonight, pounding that zone, you can have some very quick, efficient innings.
back, holding the count at 0-2.
And really, it boils down to trusting your stuff, trusting the game plan, and trusting your stuff.
Yep.
And when you're able to do that, that can put you and should put you in an aggressive mindset.
A time requested by Ramos. Yeah, great stuff, and then executing what you have the way you want to do it. I mean, sounds simple, tough to do, but you can see what it would mean to the continued development of a talent like Griffin Jacks.
Yeah, because again, he's got a full arsenal. He's not a typical out of the bullpen guy, although those arsenals are starting to get a little bit thicker too. But he's got really good complementary pitches. When you think about the 4-seam, the 2-seam, the changeup, the breaking ball right there, that curveball, and a sweeper.
Two balls, 2 strikes. I mean, look at the mix.
Using them all.
Under it, a high popper, foul ball to Ronda near the stands, and he's going to come up just short. That ball right there between the low railing and the screening. And it turns out to be a souvenir. I mean, that's service right there. You don't have to catch it. Aranda slips it under the netting.
Yeah, because you're not going to get one in those seats any other way.
That's right.
You are protected.
2-2. And a bit close. And the count is full. Second straight full count. Drew Gilbert on deck. And Ramos sends it back into center field with some carry to the wall. And that ball is caught.
Good
Mullins.
job by Cedric.
Mullins went back there, made the grab, and it's just a 1-2-3 inning. Well, the Giants wonder if maybe there wasn't something that obstructed that fly ball. And you see Tony Vitello out there talking with the umpiring crew about all that. The ball eventually caught in center field, and the umpires are going to conference about this.
Well,
Crew chief review of the potential home run.
Well, you saw Cedric Mullins go back to the wall. That's why it looked like he was deking. He went back there like he was going to get ready to scale it and then push off, and he comes in and ends up making the catch. Watch him track it. He takes a peek. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. And you could
Hey, Ramos thought he had all of that one, and before he knew it, he saw Mullins making the catch out there, and they're going to review this thing apparently.
listen, Cedric thought that ball was close to getting out. He went back there, he took a peek at the wall, had his hand on the wall, then he starts to come in, and he even, you know, verbalized, oh crud, here it comes, watch it. He thinks that's going to be a close play, takes a peek to scale the wall, and then he's like, oh crud. So that would lead you to believe it hit something, but you've got to be able to prove it.
Yeah, you need the direct evidence. You've got Hunter Wendelstedt down there.
I just don't see how you're going to.
Vic Carapazza, the crew chief.
How are you going to have a camera on that baseball and see it hit anything? This may absolutely be a home run, but I don't know how you can prove it.
Well, if you have no evidence,
yeah,
I mean, how are you going to overturn it?
Drop the case. Case dismissed, Wayne.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, all the circumstantial evidence points towards it hit something, but there's nothing concrete, period.
Yeah, and I don't know if this would come into play at all, but StatCast says it went 424 feet. But
it went probably about 390 in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, 424 would be over the fence by any calculation.
But I don't know if that evidence is admissible.
It's not.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yep. Not until they get the Marcell Ozuna home run right here.
That's right. Oh, here we go. Let's see. We've got
After
something
review,
up.
the call on the field stands. It is a catch. The runner is out.
Well, there you go. So the StatCast was inadmissible, and it is an out. And we go to the bottom of the second. We'll be back in a moment. Well, things have settled down a little bit on the field from the time we left. Can give you a little update, but the status remains the same. On review, they could not overturn it. It's a catch, and so the Rays come in to hit in the bottom of the second inning, and Jonathan Aranda takes a strike. He was at the plate when Mullins was caught stealing to end the first. The pitch a little bit close. You know, the umpires here, and you've got some pretty good bloodlines of umpires. Hunter Wendelstedt, the plate umpire, his father, a long-time umpire. You got Vic Carapazza, who is the crew chief, and Richie Garcia, his father-in-law, and a long-time great umpire. And they sent it to New York, and there was no evidence that was enough to overturn it. And now Aranda is out on strikes. So it's one of those things. I think the Giants for sure thought it was a home run, and you have to think that maybe the Rays also thought it was a home run.
If you could admit into evidence the Rays' reaction to the ruling, that lets you know that they all knew that it hit something.
Yeah, but that's out of bounds.
It is.
I mean,
the case is already
inadmissible.
Just celebrating.
That's right. Well, the strikeout of Aranda, Jake Fraley want to know the count to him.
Yeah, here's what's really interesting with the way that the analytics in baseball today and how they are leaned upon so heavily. Would you ever envision a day that StatCast does come out and say, hey, that went 424 feet. That's a home run.
Yeah.
If you're calling that into, could you ever? Yeah, I mean.
But there was no recorded evidence.
No.
That it was.
Well, you had the
circumstantial.
thing. Would there ever be a day where the analytics would rule the day and say this happened?
Yeah.
According to our numbers.
Some people
they run everything else in baseball.
Yeah, well, I was going to say some people think it rules the day already. There's a high popper on the left side. Chapman's after it out of third, and he will make the catch. Well, the Giants were not happy, and there's Vic Carapazza, the crew chief, out. Oops, and Hunter Wendelstedt ejected someone. We're still not sure. Did he get Vitale?
He was yelling over to somebody that was on the bench. Yeah, he was over his shoulder.
So Palacios takes ball one. Well, I mean, I think it's understandable that the Giants would be mightily frustrated by the outcome of that.
And it takes a run, obviously, away from them. And this is the team that has scored the fewest runs in Major League Baseball. They have to feel like the world's against them.
Absolutely. It has been a terrible time for the San Francisco team trying to score runs.
I mean, when you look at their team collectively, they are last in the major leagues, not just even the National League. They're last in the major leagues in runs scored, runs per game, homers, walks, stolen bases. They're not doing anything even mediocre.
Yeah.
Forget about well.
And that is out number 3. Palacios out swinging. A 1-2-3 second. We go to the third, and we are scoreless. Well, our Toyota Trend Rays come in 19-12 overall, but since April 4th, they're 17-7. Sharing that mark with the Padres. Cubs 18-8, and Atlanta 17-8. So some hot teams right there. And the Rays come in overall 19-12 as they are scoreless here against San Francisco through the first couple innings. Jesse Schulten's up in the bullpen as Griffin Jacks begins his third inning.
Challenge.
And we're going to get a challenge.
The strike call.
On that pitch, it was called a strike, and Drew Gilbert, the center fielder, begged to bother. ABS powered by T-Mobile. So it was a ball, and so the count will go to 2-0, and the Giants retain the challenge. And ball 3. Couple of ejections we mentioned over that ball that was hit by Ramos in the top of the second. There's a 4-pitch walk, and Gilbert heads to first. And Frank Anderson, the director of pitching for the Giants, ejected, and Adrian Hauser. They were both ejected. And first time for each one of them. So a man on. Here's Patrick Bailey, the catcher. First pitch strike. Bailey with 4 at-bats against Jacks is 2 for 4. Now he tries to bunt and fouls it. He's off to a slow start. 12 of 76, 158 with a home run and 5 runs batted in. And that's been a major issue for the Giants, up and down.
They just, again, dead last in the league. They're not hitting home runs, fewest home runs in the league. They don't walk, fewest walks in the league. They don't score runs. I mean, they don't steal bases. There's just no part of the offensive game that has not been abysmal. And the guys that they were counting on, Willie Adames, Rafael Devers, some of their bigger, high-priced guys, Matt Chapman, just have not been able to break out. And so it has drugged the entire lineup down.
And a wave and miss. The sweeper got him. So after the walk, there's the strikeout for out number 1.
And that's that wipeout sweeper. He spins it so tight, stays right out over the plate, and then he takes it right to the back foot. That is your prototypical back foot breaking ball.
Here's the Giants. You talk about look for offense. They have been shut out 7 times in 32 games. Last year, all year, they were shut out 11 times over the span of a full season, but 7 in 32 games.
It's only on pace for 35 times being shut out.
Huh? Wow. So that's how difficult it has been to stretch for the Giants. Lee fouls it back, and he's down 0-2. And when a club goes that way, it somehow tends to be contagious. Guys start to press.
Yeah. You're the guy that's going to hit the 3-run homer with nobody on base, and that mindset starts to take over. That is a difficult way to play this game. And again, there's just nothing they can hang their head on. It's not like they've got power percolating, ready to break out, play small ball, steal some bags, move some base runners. They have not been able to do any of that. We talk about the Rays offense being versatile, where they can play small ball, they can lay down bunts, they can, first to third, second to home, they'll hit some home runs. And this road trip they've been shut out twice on this road trip and walked off twice. Same day.
Liner into right, closing. That's going to be a catch by DeLuca, and the throw back to first is not in time. But Johnny DeLuca got over there, tracked down that liner off the bat of Lee. A nice job by Johnny out there to make this play.
Yeah, and you see him right there tracking it, and then he's like, you know what, the little dive, keep your head and eyes behind the glove, and then get greedy. Look for that double play perhaps. Gilbert was able to get back.
Jack's very appreciative of that play out there. Luis Ariz is due, and Kevin Cash heads to the mound. And that's going to be it for Griffin Jacks here. He works 2 2/3. Back with the new pitcher in a moment. Griffin Jacks out of the game after 2 2/3 as the opener. 45 pitches, and he will give way to Jesse Schultens with a runner at first, 2 outs, and Luis Ariz at the plate. Pitch is a ball.
Catcher is challenging the ball call.
And the Rays Catcher Fiducia is going to challenge that call.
Pitch has been swinged to a strike.
Good eye right there.
There you go.
Strike.
Jesse pouring that pitch right on the outside edge. That's one thing that Jesse Scholtens will do, and we've watched it in his outings with the Rays. He's another guy that really attacks that strike zone.
Ground ball. Nice backhand. Throw to first right there on the money. And a good play by Taylor Walls, and a rise pointed to Walls on his way to first to say thanks. Well, Rays fans, get ready for Kurtz in the third. If the Rays score a run in the third inning, you score free Wisconsin cheese curds. Bottom of inning 3 finds Johnny DeLuca all set to step in against Landon Roop. The pitch is a ball. Cedric Mullins had the base hit in the first. He was caught stealing. It's been it so far for the Rays. DeLuca fouls that one. 1-1.
Yeah, with any guy that has a turbo sinker like Landon Roop does, and it likes to work from the bottom of the zone out, you want to see the ball up early in counts, and you can't miss them when you do. Easier said than done because they're well versed in what they do, which is to keep that ball bottom third of the zone, and as your swing starts, all of a sudden it makes its move out of it. But if he does make a mistake and leave one up, those are the ones you got to jump on.
Ground ball in the hole, backhand, and the throw is not going to be in time. Adames made a heck of an effort, and Johnny DeLuca has himself a base hit.
Too much speed, and he put that ball deep enough in the hole that Willie just could not get it over there in time. That breaking ball, he rips it over there. Nice job by Willie to get there, but the throw just doesn't have enough on it, and it probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. DeLuca was low flying up the line.
The Rays with that base runner over there from Hunter Fiducia. Takes it away, down and away. Well, Roop a year ago made 22 starts. He had some elbow issues and some knee issues. Runner goes on the bunt. The pickup. And the throw to first is in time, and boy, for a moment, third base was wide open. And DeLuca took a peek, but then suddenly Adames out of nowhere found himself going over there to cover.
Yeah, and you're right there. You see, yeah, he's already running out there ahead. That's a nice job by Fiducia to get that bunt down on dirt cam. And the Rays here trying to, you know, Roop has been so tough to score on in his last 4 starts that they're trying to create some things, which is something this offense can do.
The breaking ball to Taylor Walls misses.
And Hunter Fiducia is not one of those guys that you're thinking about laying a bunt out.
Yep. But you know, the interesting thing about this club coming out of spring training in the early part, we're seeing a lot of guys do a lot of fundamental things well.
Yeah, really. I mean, the situational hitting has been fantastic here in the early going. There's no question about that.
Ground ball third. We'll keep DeLuca at second. So 2 gone. Well, fans, claim your share of the Rays 50-50 charity raffle jackpot. Proceeds support youth programming in Tampa Bay. You can win big and support the community. You can donate and win from home at rays5050.com. So DeLuca still at second with 2 outs now. Chandler Simpson with the opportunity to see if he can get a runner home. Stands him up a little bit. 1 ball, no strikes. DeLuca, good speed at second. Chapman well off the bag at third.
They're trying to take away that ball that Chandler has been hitting a lot the other way, that's able to squeeze between short and third. So you keep him off the line and try to take that lane away. If he wants to slap one and keep it fair just up the third baseline, you take that.
And that's going to be strike two. He's trying to check. Now behind 1-2.
Yeah, a little too far. That bat came whipping through that zone, and he got it back quick, but too far.
And not quicker than the umpire's eye there.
Only when he runs.
Lifted into left. Ramos in line makes the catch. Rays leave a man. We go to the fourth. No score.
Spring Outdoor.
Hey, the dirt cam is back. Got dislodged in one of those infield plays, but it looks as good as new. And on to the fourth. Casey Schmidt will lead off against Jesse Schulten. Drives it well foul. Some distance on it, but well foul.
Maybe that's how it got dislodged.
Yep.
Hi, Junior.
Hey, how you doing? It's all good. Back in working order. Down to third. Tough play. That took a hop that came up on Caminero and made its way through into left.
There's nothing Junior could do. That ball was sharply hit enough to where he was not going to be able to do anything but try to make a difficult play on a very difficult hop. Right here, he tries to position himself, and that ball just jumps the glove.
Now Rafael Devers. That's that pitch as it broke down and in a little bit on him. .32-year-old right-hander Jesse Schultens. This is a high pop foul, will carry out a play.
The thing I love about Jesse is he pounds the zone. I mean, he attacks the zone, does not have overpowering stuff, is not afraid to lean on his defense, but he does have a little bit of deception in his delivery. When you watch his arm come out, he doesn't have a real long arm swing, and he does a good job of hiding it, of keeping it behind his body until he's starting to deliver towards home plate. And that helps. Every little bit helps. I mean, that ball comes like right up behind his head, almost like a catcher. Not quite that extreme, but it's not your typical pitcher's long arm swing.
I've always thought the amazing thing about this game at this level, a small thing that seems minute like that can make a difference whether you stay in the big leagues or you don't.
That's right. That's right. And that's why all the work gets put in, you know, with mechanics and simplifying things.
Minutia after this one with a play and makes the catch.
You're always refining and tweaking and trying to create more deception, trying to create more movement, more spin, a better pitch. You know, and that's what Jesse Schultens, as a veteran, it's what he has done. Now, see, look at that hand. I mean, there's just not a lot of arm swing. You don't see the baseball until it's on its way.
So Devers is retired and Matt Chapman becomes the hitter. First pitch strike.
That's an interesting way that he pitches too. He prefers the two-seamer to the right-handed hitters, the four-seamer to the left-handed hitters. You'd think maybe the opposite, but that's because his two-seamer is more of a running fastball. He's trying to run that in on these right-handed hitters. Now moving something back out away. And that would then go with the four-seam. He will use both, but you look at the percentages against righties, he only uses the four-seamer 12% of the time as opposed to the two-seamer 43% of the time. That was a good four-seamer right there, though, up near the eyes, and Chapman couldn't get it.
A little wide right there. Yeah, against lefties, he's like flip-flops that.
Yeah, I mean, the four-seamer here against lefties 34% of the time. The two-seamer just 5%. Rarely uses it against lefties.
Ooh, pretty close. And the count's going to go full now. Runner at first. Casey Schmidt, one out. And here's a big pitch coming in the fourth inning. Scoreless. Over to first. Runner back in. Willie Adames on deck. Runner on the move and a foul ball. The Giants had Schmidt in motion.
You know, trying to stay out of the double play, trying to make something happen. Again, this offense, they have not done a whole lot, and the ball just fouled off and caught Fiducia right in the side of the mask. Here's a good look at it.
Runner goes again, swing and miss by Chapman. The throw. Did they get the tag? Yes. Boy, that's quite a catch and tag out there.
Richie,
to get to strike him out, throw him out, double play.
that ball was running to the arm side. Richie Palacios had to really extend himself, catch it, and tag as he's falling. That's just an excellent defensive play. Fiducia rushing the throw here, trying to get it down, and look at Richie. Boom, boom.
Nice job. Strike him out, throw him out. Got him on that foot. You're watching Rays Baseball, presented by Union Home Mortgage. Bottom of inning 4. Rays and the Giants have a scoreless game going on. Cedric Mullins called strike on that first pitch. On the ground to first, into the mid of Rafael Devers, who makes the play unassisted. Let's all play ball. Don't miss play ball weekend coming up June 5th through the 7th, encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play. You can visit playball.org and there register for a free event near you. Ready for the concert tonight, by the way. Junior Caminero taking a pitch down. Ball, no strikes.
Got the hat. The hats are ready. You've got the boots. You've always got the boots.
That's in case a concert breaks out.
Right.
You know, you're ready. We're going to be here. This pitch down and in, 2-0. Now 3 balls and no strikes. And a strike call on Junior. 3-1. And in Roop. Runs the count full. Caminero getting time. On the ground, chopped to the left side. Tough play, barehand, pick up and throw. And they got him. Caminero thinks he was safe, and he might have been.
I think he's safe too, Dwayne. He's like, you better challenge that. You better challenge that. That ball was pounded right into the ground, and Junior was hustling up that line. It was a do-or-die play for Chapman. He had to go to the bare hand, and he makes a heck of a play. Let's see if Junior gets there.
Challenging the out call.
Yes, he's there.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yep. Boy, in real time, it looked like he got there, and clearly, when you take a look at the replay. Yeah,
Puts on the bag.
Yeah, it's not.
Ball goes in.
That'll be a quick overturn.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Tampa Bay receives the challenge.
That was quicker than an ABS challenge review.
Well, there you go. And I thought there was nice a little makeup there in terms of the relationship between Caminero and Lynch, the first base umpire, when Junior went back to the bag. They both had just a slight man hug kind of thing that said, hey, it's all in a day's work, we're good. Want to know the count to Aranda. Fouls it back, 1-1. But look at him busting it down the line.
I mean, that's as hard as he can go. And he got there. and was emphatic with his reaction.
It's his third infield hit, and he earned it. Up the right side, that's going to drop for a base hit. Caminero's going to go to third. Leads throw back to the infield, and the Rays will have men at first and third with one out.
That may have cost Jonathan Aranda a bat, but watch how he's able to go down and get this pitch. Excellent bat control, change up, but it floats towards the middle, and that's what allows Aranda, who is a little bit out in front, kept his hands back just enough and was able to get that ball and drop it into right field. Junior Caminero showing off that speed, getting over to third base, and the Rays have something cooking here. However you get there.
That's right, just get there. And for the first time for either of these teams, they have a man as far as third. Fraley fouls it, strike one.
Well, this is where that situational hitting comes in. These are the things that the Rays have worked on, have talked about, have put into practice, and have been very good.
A good take there. It stayed wide. Well, Fraley, counting the pop to third in this game, he's 2 for 3 in his career against Roop. Fly ball center field. Gilbert coming straight in. That's going to fall for a base hit. He has trouble on the pickup, and the Rays get a run out of that. Caminero crosses the plate. Aranda up to second base, and Fraley, really a good thing he didn't hit it any better than he did. He dropped it in front of Gilbert for the RBI.
I feel like the Rays have 3 hits in this inning and 3 broken bats.
Yeah.
I mean, that ball got just enough on the label. It was an interesting trajectory, but the ball just died. There was nothing behind it. And Junior comes all the way around and scores the first run.
And the Giants have a conference going on the mound. Fraley's 5th run batted in of the year. All started with the hustle of Caminero down the line to beat out that infield tap.
Yeah, speed. Beat up the infield hit, then the first to third. So Junior a little gassed right now.
Richie Palacios takes a strike. So the Rays on the board first with a run.
Ooh.
Scooped out there by Bailey. 1-1. That's a good look. 2 balls and a strike.
I'll tell you, the Rays, and it's difficult to do, but for the most part, they have been able to lay off that two-seamer that's on the plate below the zone. They've done a good job of taking that pitch, and it's gotten them some good counts. Right there. And that's where you get a little over anxious. You do a great job of taking those pitches to get that count in your favor, and now that it's in your favor, you're like, okay, now I'm going to get aggressive again.
Yeah.
And Root takes advantage of that.
Yeah, back-to-back changeups.
Down, yeah. I mean, and he again, that's where his game is. I mean, he's a sinker, changeup, sweeping breaking ball down at the bottom of the zone guy. Very rarely does he climb the ladder. Gets a ton of ground balls. Gets a lot of weak contact.
And he gets him on the breaker.
And that is a nasty breaking ball.
Big strikeout. That ball covered some ground.
Yeah, and look at the speed that he took off of it. So not only covering all that ground and then the change of speed, he's out in front.
Now Johnny DeLuca had the infield hit his first time. And shoots it foul. Well, that would have been fun, fair. Strike 1. Round to second, Fraley back to first. Foul back. What's been important for the Rays to score first. When they score first, they're 12-3, and they've won their last 10 when scoring first. So they've broken out in front with a run here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The foul ball will keep DeLuca alive and give him another shot. Close there on the changeup. He's out on strikes. And so the Rays get a run. Junior Caminero got the base hit, the infield hit with 1 out, and scored on the base hit by Jake Fraley. We go to inning 5, and Willie Adames leads off for San Francisco, shortening on the bat. Takes the pitch for a strike.
I like the retro score coming in. That was a nice graphic.
Popped up. Foul ball right side. Aranda moves out of room. 0-2. Pull that out of the trunk somewhere.
Yeah, yep. I kind of dig that. That's our StatCast 3D. They can. I don't know. I don't know why that struck me like it did, but kind of digging it.
Oh, and he gets a reach right there. Adames is out on strikes, and that's been an issue for Adames.
The sweeper. Watch how much ground this covers horizontally. I mean, he starts that on the inner part of the plate and takes it right off the edge. The sweeper.
Yeah, he struck out over 20 times. It's, I think 21 strikeouts in a what would be, counting this one, a 12-game stretch. Ramos, a strike to him. Elliot Ramos, the left fielder. Foul out of play.
Such an interesting way to pitch. You know, you think about the right-handers with the two-seamers, and those are to left-handers, down and away.
Yep.
And then the four-seamers against the righties. And it's completely different. Schultens likes that two-seamer running in on the hands of these guys, and then the sweeper away.
And occasionally he'll pop that four-seamer in there, but just the way that he makes aware. There's so many guys on this Rays staff that are comfortable pitching in and have really good changeups. I mean, it just goes hand in hand.
2-2.
Martinez, he can pitch in with the best of them.
How fun has he been?
Yeah, I mean, he has.
Down to short, into the glove of Walls, and over to first it goes. 2 up and 2 down.
Well, and how good was Shane last night?
Yes.
6.
It was heartwarming to see.
Yep. Back-to-back starts. He's won 6 shutout innings. Martinez has given up 1 earned in the last 2 starts, 15 innings.
Hey, we'll get a chance, I think, to hear from Shane McClanahan. Ryan has arranged something, as he so often does. That's a soft liner going to be over the head of Walls. Trying to time his leap into center. It goes. Mullins returns it, and Gilbert is on for the second time with a walk and now a single.
Just a little too high. It stayed a little too far up. Well placed as far as defensive placement, but just not able to get up there and grab it. Great effort. Yeah, well, listen, Shane should be talking to somebody after last night's performance, and I love the fact no walks. That was one area that you thought that he would improve upon, is the overall command as he continues to build stamina and strength and all of the things and just get more reps. It's been a long time since he's been out there regularly, and to go 6 clean shutout overpowering innings, no walks.
One and one.
And hopefully Joe Boyle is getting ready to go out on a rehab assignment. He could be closing in on starting to work his way back to the rotation.
That's a strike, 1 and 2. Foul the other way. Yeah, the Rays do such a wonderful job of collecting arms and refining them.
It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
And to the point that guys, when they're looking to catch back on with the team, they want to come to the Rays.
Yes.
Because they're going to get the very best version of me.
Ground ball down to first. Aranda steps on the bag. We go to the bottom half of inning 5. The Rays with that run in the 4th, and they have a 1-0 lead. And we'll be checking in with Ryan Bass right now.
All right, Dwayne. Yes, our Wells Fargo active mic here as Shane McClanahan is welcoming the boys back to the dugout. Another shutout going for the Rays pitching staff here. Mac joining us. Mac, thank you, by the way. Yes, we're live right now, in between innings of a chat. Mac, I want to start with this staff. Over the last 10 games, you guys have been money. What have you liked so much about the group that you have here, from starters to the bullpen?
I think Nick said it best. We got a bunch of dogs out there, and it's contagious. You watch these guys go do their job, and it's like, I want to go do that. I want to do what they do, and so we just got a really good group of guys here, man. And I think that's what it boils down to.
Talk about continuing that. You did that last night. I think your skipper said business as usual for you now after having 6 starts under your belt. He goes 6-piece shutout, your first 6-inning start in almost 3 years, Shane. How much do you feel like you're getting back to the all-star form you know you can be?
Yeah, I felt like every time I've taken the ball this year, it's been a step, somewhat in the right direction. And, just trying to stack those reps and, build those build those reps and just build that confidence. And anytime I can go out there and be healthy, walk off that mountain, it's a good day.
It's been so much fun watching you be back and the confidence you've given this group. I like the off-day activities, too, the fishing trip with the boys. How did that come to be? I know we've talked a little bit, you and I, about how much fishing has helped you throughout this journey. How did that group, Caminero, Valade, Williamson, Nick, and you come to be on the boat?
Pep's about to be a child here.
I see him trolling over here.
Go away.
Speaking of trolling.
Go away. I was going to go fishing that day, no matter what. And I was like, you know what? Fishing's better with your friends. And so I talked to a bunch of the guys, and Cammy's been dying to go fishing since spring training. And every time I've been on my boat, even not fishing, Cammy's been upset. And so, to take those guys out there and, kind of do what we did in the time we had, it was a lot of fun.
We got some trout, I heard, a little redfish. Where was the bass?
Saltwater, Ryan.
I'm saying maybe you should invite one next time.
You got to have a better pun on words right there than that.
I tried to do it best. Shane, thanks so much for spending a few moments, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I guess.
Dwayne, you liked it. Shane didn't like it so much.
Hey, we're going to put it in the capsule. Keep that one. We like it. 1-2 the count here on Fiducia. Here in the bottom half of the inning, a check swing. The count is 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I like the response, though, by Shane. It's saltwater, right?
Yeah.
It's saltwater.
Well, we can get Ryan to be a little salty.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's going to be a fair ball. Fiducia's on his way to second. He'll make it standing up. Fiducia right up the line, and you can see Devers make a reach for it. And Nick Lenz down there made the call.
Deliberate with the call, too. This pitch down and in, and Fiducia just rakes it. And watch this. Lenz gets out of the way. That went off the glove. That hit the glove. Just off the edge of that glove. Still hit the chalk up or the paint, whatever it is out on that turf. And a leadoff double.
So a 2-base hit. Ball shows bunt, takes the ball.
This is that small ball that we were talking about. Don't know if he'll go back to it, but Taylor Walls looking to lay down a bunt, move that base runner, get him to third with less than 2.
And he puts down a bunt, and it's foul. 1-1. The Rays run came in the 4th inning on 3 consecutive hits. Jake Fraley got the RBI single that scored Caminero, who had originally reached on an infield hit. Now Fiducia at second, nobody out in the 5th. And it's a 1-1 count. He gets the bat back and takes ball 2.
I mean, making no bones about what they're looking to do, but now the count in his favor at 2-1. Do you keep that bunt on? And how about that? Hits a lot. Previous 3 starts, covering 18 2/3 innings, too.
And there's ball 3. No indication there of a bunt. And it's 3-1.
And you got to figure same thing here. 3-1. Now you're looking for a pitch to drive. You got to trust the discipline of your hitter to not go after a pitch that's out of the zone. That's the thing about these 2-seamers too. These guys that are sinker ballers, when it is up in the zone, those sinkers tend to flatten out a little bit, become more hittable.
And he takes ball 4. And the Rays put 2 men aboard. Well, Rays fans, you can enjoy the new all-inclusive experience at Tropicana Field at the Maintenance Sky Deck. Social space above left field offers bottomless beer, wine, soft drinks, and select ballpark food starting at just $49. Tickets available at RaysBaseball.com/SkyDeck.
Okay, what do you do here? Chandler Simpson, you're thinking bunt. I think the Giants were thinking bunt. They were putting on a defense out there to try to combat that.
And he's showing bunt, and that's a pretty good one. Bases are going to be loaded with nobody out.
That's why you do it. That's why you do it. I mean, everybody in the stadium knows that Chandler Simpson's going to bunt, including the Giants, who are out there. Dwayne, while you were doing your read, they were doing their defense. The catcher, Patrick Bailey, stepped out, sets the defense. But that's the thing. You can know that he's going to bunt, and still with that speed, he might turn it into a hit, which is exactly what he did. Chop this thing straight down into the ground. Now the big hop, you got to play it with the bare hand, and just not able to, and it wouldn't have mattered if he did. He was going to beat that out.
So the double by Fiducia, the walk to Walls, and the bunt single here by Simpson. The bases are loaded with nobody out, and Cedric Mullins is coming to the plate. Rays with 3 infield hits tonight. That's the 14th infield hit for Simpson, by the way. And the ball taken by Mullins. Cedric had a base hit in the first. And another good take there off the plate end. 2-0. Ricky Roop throws strike. And there's ball 3.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
Catcher's going to challenge that call.
The call has been changed to strike 1.
And he will get a strike out of that, so it's 2-1.
Trying to come in, and he got it in there right on the edge.
And that cut in and a miss.
And that's how those two pitches play off each other. One's coming back towards home plate. The other one's cutting a little bit closer to the hands. And those are tunneled very, very well by Roop.
Junior Caminero on deck.
And boy, does he need the strikeout here.
And a ground ball. Foul. Boy, just outside the line. Couldn't get that ball fair up that line. It would be a lot of fun to watch the base runners do what they do best. The 2-2 again. And the count is full. Ready for the run in the 4th. Threatening for more, and there is ball 4. That's going to force home a run, and the Rays will make it a 2-0 game. Mullins picks up his 9th run batted into the year. Fiducia, who opened with the double, scores. Since then, walk, bunt single, and a walk. And the Rays still have him loaded with nobody out for Junior Caminero.
Got a chance here to blow this thing open.
Caminero at the plate. Aranda's on deck. Giants get a lefty up in the bullpen. And a strike. Broken bat. And a little foul ball up the right side. Barrel split off of that bat. And it's a 2-strike count. Well, more broken bats. Matt Gage, the lefty, working in the bullpen. Caminero with the new bat. Rays, after their 20th win of the year, they come in 19-12. 2-strike count here. And that's a cut and miss. And Caminero lost track of the count here. And I think he thought the count was 1-1. It's 0-2.
Listen, the first pitch of the at-bat I thought was a ball, and it was a late call to a strike, and I think Junior assumed it was a ball.
Yeah.
And by the way, it was a ball. That ball was below the zone. This is the first pitch of the at-bat right here.
Take a look at this.
Yeah. I mean, this is a ball, and Junior got fooled. We all got fooled.
That's a late call.
Yeah.
And Junior was completely unaware. Allegedly.
And now here's Aranda to face the right-hander. He rolls it foul. Well, the Rays have added 1 run in this inning, and they have an opportunity to really break things open. Off the plate wide. 2 balls. Or 1 ball, 1 strike. A run home, bases loaded. And a base hit stroked up the middle into center. Wald scores. Here comes Simpson. He will score. Aranda comes through. And the Rays have a 4-run lead. Boy, Jonathan Aranda right back through the middle.
Watch how he sits back and waits on the breaking ball. This is a pitch that has given the Rays offense trouble all day. Watch him sit back. Recognizes it, gets the front foot down, but the hands stay back. And boy, just rifles it through the middle of the field. That is an excellent job of pitch recognition right there by Jonathan Aranda. Picking up that spin, getting the foot down, the hands are still back, and doesn't try to overswing. Just through the middle of the field. Outstanding.
Well, that gives Aranda 27 runs batted in. And a new pitcher coming for San Francisco.
Hurry.
Well, the Rays have opened a 4-run lead. Roop responsible for the 2 men on base. Gone after 4 1/3, 88 pitches in. And the Rays will see the left-hander Matt Gage with Jake Fraley due, but he'll be lifted. Valade will pinch hit for him. Ryan Valade up there with Rays runners at first and second. And the first pitch is popped back into center. Gilbert coming in, and he is there. So Valade out on the first pitch. 2 gone.
You know, how about this? And not counting that out there because it wasn't credited to Landon Roop, but the Rays in the last inning and a third of Landon Roop's outing had more hits than he had given up in his 3 previous starts.
How about that, huh?
How opportunistic. And just some good battling at bats. You know, some of them were infield hits. A couple of them were infield hits.
He left giving up 8 hits, but 6 in the last couple frames. And now the left-handed bat of Richie Palacios. 1 ball and no strikes.
It wasn't like the Rays were knocking the cover off the ball. They had those 3 hits in a row where we felt like they were 3 broken bat hits.
Yep.
You know, but they have done just enough. And Roop, who is as hot as any pitcher in Major League Baseball,
well, it runs it to 3-0. DeLuca waiting next. And he walked him. So Gage walks the left-handed hitter Palacios on 4 pitches to reload the bases. Mullins to third, Aranda to second. And Palacios takes over at first. They are loaded for Johnny DeLuca now. Gage, 33-year-old lefty. DeLuca fouls it back. Gage with Toronto and Houston. Now San Francisco. So 1-1 count. Panucci's on deck. He started this inning with the double. DeLuca lifts it into right field a bit toward the line. Lee coming in will make the catch. The Rays send 9 men to the plate. They pick up 3 and lead 4-0. Four to nothing, Rays lead. We're moving into the 6th inning. Rays with a 3-run bottom of the 5th. And the top of the order, Lee leads off here against Schultens. First pitch must miss, ball 1.
Well, this is a big inning. A big inning. You want to have that shutdown inning where your offense was able to come alive, send 9 to the plate, score 3 runs. Stretch the lead out to 4 and then go out and take care of business in the top half. Keep that momentum rolling. Get that offense back swinging the bats. And you're facing the top of the lineup.
There's a strike. Schultens took over in the 3rd inning. Made 2 pitches in that inning, got a ground ball. 13 in the 4th, 14 in the 5th. And now 2-1. And the first man he faces in the 6th. That's going to be out of play to take the count to 2-2. Griffin Jacks work 2 2/3. How about the Giants scoreless in their last 15 innings? Ball 3. The offense has been a challenge for San Francisco, not only tonight, but all season really so far. 3-2. Liner in the center. Will it stay up? It does. Cedric Mullins there to make a sliding catch. To get that first out here, the leadoff man retired.
It's all about the jump, and it's all about reading that ball off the bat, which can be tricky on line drives to center field, and Cedric does it flawlessly. And that allows him to get there just in time.
Yeah, the sizing up of that ball off the bat is instant with him.
I mean, imagine how many reps, how many balls off the bat to center field that he has read and he has gotten jumps on, and he has worked on it. It just becomes second nature. And you're not perfect all the time, but he was right there.
Yep. Strike. Rise asking for time, down 0-2. That one around his feet. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
What's that out there? He wants to know what the camera is.
What is that?
Right here.
He's never seen a dirt cam before. It's popped up, back of 3rd, long run. And that ball down near the bullpen bench. And I'll tell you, there's some great effort there. Junior Caminero joins the guys in the bullpen there just to take a breather. How you guys doing?
Yeah, see you in the next couple innings.
Well, a little scouting report down there. Foul ball. This one straight back. Watch your rise. He comes out and he goes, "Hey, look what I found." That's a base hit. Going to go back toward the corner. Extra bases for a rise. And he's in at second with a double. His second hit tonight. Fifth double of the year.
He just hits. Doesn't swing and miss often. Doesn't strike out often. And got a changeup here that just stayed up and flat. And the one mistake in the at-bat made by Schultens, and he's able to get it down into the corner.
Fiducia will take up some time with a trip to the mound. The Rays just now starting to get some action in the bullpen. Schultens took over 2 outs in the third, and a 13-pitch fourth, 14 pitches in the fifth, and now about to face his third man in the sixth inning as Kevin Kelly goes to work in the Rays bullpen. Kyle Snyder out there directing the conversation now. Rays have allowed 3 or fewer runs in each of their last 8 games, and they've won 7 of those 8. So far tonight, they've given up no runs on 4 hits and have built a 4-0 lead. And what we consistently see is the entire team pitching in. Lineup, the hitters, the defenders, starting pitching, the bullpen. It's Casey Schmidt. And a little delayed call, but that's a strike. Schmidt singled in the fourth. Foul back, 0-2. Schmidt the DH tonight, but he can play all over the place. He's played second and third and first, shortstop. Missed the sweeper, and he is out number 2.
That little cutter away, strike 1. The 2-seamer in on the hand, strike 2. And then take some off, give it a little tilt, and sweep it right to the edge. That's just an excellent sequence there by Jesse Schultens. And that pitch just far too close to be able to take and feel comfortable, but the swing's not going to do anything either.
Rafael Devers. And he takes a strike. Devers had 1 hit in last night's game, 1 for 3 when he worked the count full. He's quickly behind this time.
Have you ever seen a pitching staff attack Rafael Devers with the fastball like the Rays have this series?
No, I'm telling you.
Just challenging.
Getting right after it.
Right. Here.
And a fly ball into left, sending Simpson back to the track. He leaps and cannot hold it. A run's going to score. Simpson's down on the track, and they'll get the ball back to the infield. And Chandler picking himself up right now. It's going to be a double on an 0-2 pitch.
That was
a run crosses the plate.
Yeah, I mean, another challenge fastball. This one Devers is finally able to get to. And Chandler put himself in position to make the play. I mean, it gets into his glove. He's got to feel like tries to climb the ladder. Devers is able to catch it. And watch Chandler Simpson. He's there. Oh, he's got it.
Yep. Hit the wall and it bounded out.
How about that? That was right in the pocket and came all the way out. That is unfortunate.
Well, so they come up with a run. We'll take a break and be back in a moment.
Where folks.
Matt Chapman in as Kevin Kelly takes over on the mound. 1 strike to count to Chapman. He's 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out to third. Fouls it right back out of play. It's a 2-strike count. The repertoire pitches for Kevin Kelly.
That 2-seam fastball leading the way, the changeup, and then the sweeping breaking ball to the glove side. And he's gotten some really big outs for Kevin Cash coming out of that bullpen.
1-2. And he strikes out Chapman. Boy, that's a big strikeout to end the inning. Rays lead 4-1. BA's doing some research right now, and so we'll get to that response for Doug in a moment. But
BA is never paying attention.
Take a look at all this pregame.
Soak it in.
Absolutely.
Both of them coming off of very good outings too.
Well, Fortes pinch hitting for Fiducia. Ball 1 strike. Ryan Barucki, the new pitcher, 3rd of the evening. That's a hot shot, foul. Fortes hit that ball hard into the stands. All 4 of the runs the Rays have scored came off the starter Roop. Fortes, a towering fly ball down the line, foul ball, and it's caught just beyond the bullpen mound. And Ramos got over there to catch it.
That was real close to the B ring. Real close to the B ring. Well, Elliot Ramos thinks that he was robbed of a ball hitting something earlier in this game, costing him a potential home run.
Yep. Somehow a 424-foot out.
According to StatCast.
That's it. 1-0. Two balls, no strikes. Taylor walked in the 3-run 5th and scored a run in that frame. Popped into right near the line. Lee hustling over. 2 gone. Celebrate the ancient American Pacific Islander heritage at Tropicana Field. Tomorrow the Rays take on the Giants. Fans can purchase a heritage ticket package including a seat at the game and an AAPI heritage jersey. Visit RaysBaseball.com/AAPI. Chandler Simpson Gunnered his way on, scored a run in the 5th. 1 for 3. Count is a ball and a strike. The lefty on the lefty here. It's 1 and 2. Ryan Barucki all set. Here it is. The take on a pitch off the plate away. Tapper foul. Santos up in the bullpen for San Francisco. Gregory Santos getting loose. And strike 3 called. Sweeper got him looking, and the Rays are up and down 1-2-3 for the first time since the 2nd inning.
100 years.
Well, the Home Depot working on a win.
And you see what this bullpen for the Rays has done over their last 5 games.
That run being allowed here in tonight's ball game. And I'll tell you what, if Chandler's able to hold on to that ball when he went into the wall, that would still be a 0. That's how good they've been.
And 1 pitch, 1 out in the 7th inning. As Willie Adames rolls that one out to Walls at shortstop. Kevin Kelly, who got the strikeout of Chapman to end the 6th. Limit the damage to that 1 run. It's 1 out on 1 pitch in the 7th, and now here's Elliot Ramos.
How about this? Kevin Kelly, 12 inherited runners. He's 11 out of 12. Only 1 have scored. And again, we talked about him getting big outs for Kevin Cash coming out of that pen and taking on a bigger role coming out of that pen, and that pen starting to round into form based on the previous graphic.
Well, there's a strike. That's what they do. Certainly recently come out of that bullpen throwing strikes, not only strikes, but quality strikes.
Another one right there, and I'm not even sure that's where he wanted it. Doesn't matter. Went right to the edge. So now all of a sudden you come all the way back. You're 1 and 2. Now you can start thinking about expanding that zone and getting to weak contact.
And a chop. Bare hand pickup, but no throw. And Ramos is aboard. Caminero came flying in there, but by the time he got that weakly hit chop and right there, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that.
Absolutely right. And it looked like that ball may have taken a weird little bounce too. Watch Junior coming in to get it, and then watch how far. Look right there. He's got to reach. Now there's just no chance to make a throw. That ball may have had a little action on it.
Down to 3rd, quick throw back to 1st. Safe there. So Gilbert on the 1st pitch lined it right at Junior. He made that catch and a quick look to 1st, but Ramos back in.
He didn't have time to get that far off. That was the whole problem. It got right on Junior at the cut. He got rid of it right away, and Ramos.
Well, Patrick Bailey's going to be the hitter. A little get together here by Kelly and Nick Fortes. He's taken over on the catching duties after hitting for Fiducia, and Kyle Snyder out there to join the conference, and Clevenger, who was just reactivated today, busy in the bullpen, and good to see the left-hander Gary Clevenger back, because he's been such an important piece to that bullpen.
I mean, a power lefty that can come in and you know, take over, dominate an inning. That's typically what it is for these guys, an inning at a time. And so, yeah, really nice to have another left-handed option. And Garrett Clevenger, we've seen the good work that he's done. And that takes a bullpen that's already been working itself back into form and makes it that much stronger.
Patrick Bailey pitches down. Bailey is struck out, grounded out. First, back in goes Ramos. Good over there. With nothing. It's going to be foul the other way. 2-1. Sliced it in the foul territory.
Keeping it out of the net. Keeping it out of the net.
Well, you talk about prepared for any and everything.
Big game 7 tomorrow, Dwayne.
Yes, it is.
We'll be home in time to watch it.
There you go. Two-one. That's a strike.
I was pretty fired up. I got home last night, turned the TV on as quick as I could. There were 17 minutes left in overtime.
Yeah.
Settled in. Watched the Lightning pull it out. Force that game 7.
Force it. On the ground is second. Palacios makes the play. 7th inning stretch time here at Tropicana Field tonight. Rays coming in to hit, holding a 4-1 lead.
We're close to.
Little drone coverage, and tonight's drone coverage, thanks to Union Home Mortgage, as we get a good look at Tampa right there. How beautiful that is at night, huh?
Yeah, I mean, and how? I mean, the drone was up there. Was up there. Now coming in slightly. That is a beautiful shot. Let that weather pass through here. Got a little loud in here, Dwayne.
It did, yes,
during
it
BP.
Did. Yep. And here we are, all things considered, bottom of the 7th inning. 4-1. Rays looking at the left-hander still, Rocky. And first pitch to Cedric Mullins is a ball. Up into shallow left. Out goes Adames, the shortstop. And that's the first out. Well, one out here with Junior Caminero due up. They have that big right-hander up in the bullpen. And the Giants will make a pitching change here. So the lefty Baraki stayed on to get Mullins. So Santos will be the new pitcher. Back in a moment.
Back here at the Trop, certainly some welcome news for Yandy Diaz, who left yesterday's game with left side tightness in his second at bat. Didn't really show any signs of being uncomfortable, but didn't return to the game after that. Diaz is still day-to-day, but Kevin Catch said he woke up this morning feeling better, took the day totally off, underwent some treatment, didn't take any swings. Speaking of Diaz pregame, he said, "I'd like to play tomorrow. Obviously, I'm going to talk to everybody. I don't want to rush it, but I'd like to be out there as soon as possible." Dwayne B.A., great news for the Rays' top hitter and designated hitter.
Yeah, when he was not in the lineup instant concern, but it appears that it's going to be just a short while, and maybe as soon as tomorrow. That's what he's saying he wants to play.
Yes, and you wonder, with it being a day game, sometimes they shy away from that because they can give you an all-day Sunday to rest and all-day Monday before Monday night's game. So if he's not in the lineup, I don't think there's any cause for concern. I think it's just cautious. Give him that extra almost 2 days.
Yep. Santos, the new pitcher. Caminero up there with the count of a ball and a strike. And now that will take the count to 2-1. Tapper going to be foul. Seventh inning here. Rays scored 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th. San Francisco got a run in the 6th inning. Down to full count. Caminero is on for the second time in this game. Jonathan Aranda jumping in against the big right-hander. 2-hit night, 2 runs batted in for Aranda. Takes the ball.
That's pretty impressive right there. Little cup.
Wow, look at
snake. You wonder how many too.
San Francisco is now going to call a ball.
No, it was definitely on the plate. Did it have enough height? It did.
The ball's been changed to a strike.
So count's going to go to 1-1. Strike call.
It's a lot of cups.
I mean, that's a community project and a half.
I mean, that's some down beverages too.
Has some slice to it and is out of play, but how about that, huh? Well,
he didn't make the play,
but he kept it out of the goal.
I don't know. Let's see. You can't come to the game with that, and you can't do that. We couldn't reach it. We say they couldn't reach it because of the net. Okay. Tough to tell with the depth perception. Okay, then we give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's right. He was getting the business by that young lady
yes,
too.
He was.
Going, hey.
Well, you can't come strolling into the baseball game with the goalie's glove.
Yeah, but you see right there, get a better angle there on that one.
No.
Well, the count has gone to 3-2 here on Jonathan Aranda.
How about that, catching Yordan Alvarez after that last hit? That was just a beautiful job by him too.
Runner takes off and it's a called strike, and the Rays run into a strike him out double play. And so we're through 7 It's 4-1.
This is RBC.
Well, it's a 4-1 ball game as we go to the top of the 8th inning. And there is Garrett Clevenger just off the IL. And on the mound here, he will face Young-Ho Lee, the left-handed hitter, against the southpaw. The first pitch from Clevenger is in there, a strike. Clevenger had the calf injury. Throws a ground ball to second. Palacio makes the throw, and that is out number one. Well, the Rays post-game concert series is back at Tropicana Field. All-country lineup beginning tonight. Rays baseball action. And then a night with a live concert under the roof. Level up your experience with the on-field wristband. Get even closer to the country music. Visit RaysBaseball.com/concerts. Here's Rice tonight. Here's a strike to Luis Ariz. Cole Swindell at the end of the month, and then Jordan Davis in August. There's a breakout on Clevenger. 1-1. Base hit the other way, and Ariz, well, that's what he does.
Bat manipulation.
Yep.
Yeah, we talk about his bat control, but it's also bat manipulation. Watch him go down and stay inside this ball to be able to line it the other way. You know, this isn't like it's down and away. It's down, middle, in. And he just manipulates the bat. He goes straight down, stay inside it, and just shoot that ball the other way. I mean, he has been hitting all over the field tonight. But
3 hits. And all over the field is right. He singled to center in the first, doubled to right in the 6th, as a base hit to left in the 8th. The only time retired Walls made that great play on him back in the 3rd inning. So he truly has hit the ball all over the place.
Well, we had talked about him earlier in the game of having the overall slowest average bat speed in Major League Baseball. Does not affect what he does. A 3-time batting champ, and again, you pointed out 3 hits tonight all over the place. And you know, Doug and I were actually talking back and forth in the pregame show. Like, is he underappreciated? And I would have said when he broke into the league, yes, because it was all power back then. Launch angle, you know, it still is to an extent. But these types of hitters are becoming very valuable once again. Be able to put the ball in play, limit strikeouts, steal some bags, hit for an average, take some walks, do the little things. We see a number of these types of players on the Rays roster.
Yeah, and I really think that's when the game's at its best.
So fun.
Yeah,
it's so fun. It makes for a versatile offense. It makes for, you know, it puts a lot of pressure on a defense, all the things that you can do.
Swing and miss right there. Got the fastball by Casey Schmidt. 2 outs.
Well, he's got a good one. Take a look at it. That fastball, he runs it up and away. So difficult to get to, almost impossible if you're going to throw it at this velocity. That's at 97 miles an hour. Looks like it's just climbing as it heads towards home plate.
Good, nice to have a guy come off the IL and pop it at 97. Feeling good.
Feeling really good. And I'll tell you, the breaking ball to go along with it, especially against these lefties. He can make life miserable. Well, they just continue to come after Devers with the heater. They're not even, they're not even trying to hide it at this point. Now, about that time, this is when he rips off one of those breaking balls and buckles Devers.
Behind the mound, reaching out after that one on the first base side of second. Taylor Walls made the pickup and throw. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 Rays.
Do you know why?
You are watching Rays baseball presented by Union Home Mortgage. The Rays take a 4-1 lead into the bottom of the 8th inning. Ryan Valade, who pinch hit in the 5th inning, will bat here in the 8th. And the first pitch is a strike. Fly ball to center. He came off the bench to hit in the 5th. Shoots this one foul the other way. 0-2. Just missed. Ball 2 strikes. Gregory Santos on the hill. Foul back. Santos up from Sacramento Wednesday. A high, towering up fly to short right. He makes the catch for the out. Santos making his first appearance in 26 with the Giants. He pitched for them a few years ago back in 21 and 22. Back with him here in the big leagues. It's a little close to Palacios for a ball. Richie 0 for 2, drew a walk in the 5th inning when the Rays scored 3 of their 4 runs. 2-0. Day game tomorrow, a first pitch at 1:40. Our coverage begins at 1 o'clock. 3-0, and Steven Matz will be on the hill for the Rays. Looking for his 5th win. Matz 4-1 on the year. He pitched well.
He has pitched really well. He's fun to watch. Another guy on this Rays staff with a good changeup, and loves to pitch in, especially to right-handed hitters.
Take a look at the pitching matchup tomorrow. Yeah, Matz has been outstanding. Matz and Nick Martinez, the 2 additions, veterans, and boy, they have been so good for this pitching staff.
And Matz has been better than that 4.31 ERA. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he's been a lot better than that.
Palacios back in. Runner on the move, and the pitch is a strike, and so is the throw.
Wow.
Boy, that was some peg by Bailey, and they cut down Palacios.
Yeah, it was. That's as good as you can do it. Richie trying to sweep a bag here, and Bailey up and out quick, almost sidearm, and put it right on the money. Arise with the tag.
DeLuca drives it into left center field. The extra base is coming here. DeLuca pulls up at second with a double. It's 6th double of the year, hit number 2 tonight for him. Well, that was a clean, crisp liner up the alley into left center.
Well, don't leave the pitch right out over the middle of the plate. Look at DeLuca, everything on time, and just drills that baseball. little two-seamer there by Santos that just stayed right in the middle of the plate.
Now he's stealing third, and the throw is loose into foul territory, and he's going to score a run. So he steals third, and on the throw that pops away, scores. That's manufacturing a run for you.
Yeah, it is. And I'll tell you what, Bailey, another throw down there that was in time. I want to see where this ball got loose from Chapman, because they had a chance to get DeLuca swiping it here. Yeah, the throw was just a little wide, and it was off the glove, and then it got kicked by DeLuca and sent on its way.
A little tapper, third base side, pick up and throw. That's close, and they just got him. So Fortes is out at first, and the Rays add a run. Johnny DeLuca makes it a 5-1 game.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Five to 1, the Rays lead as we go to the 9th inning. Casey Lugumina, who made his Rays debut in Cleveland with a scoreless inning, will come on here in the 9th inning facing Matt Chapman. First pitch is a strike in there at 94. With Seattle and now the Rays. Into the bullpen. Look out, fellas. Duck. Nice play down there.
A little slow off the stool, but right into the hat.
Yep. Foul ball right back. He's going, hey.
Yeah.
Give me a little help here.
A little quicker on the draw. He just makes plays there. First baseman's glove, dive, whatever.
Lugumina, the 5th pitcher. Clevenger pitch part of the 7th and the 8th. Beg your pardon, he pitched the 8th. And Kevin Kelly in there for an inning and a third, and then Clevenger for an inning. Boy, good to see him back.
Yeah, there's Casey's arsenal, the 4-seam fastball. He's got one of the 2-seam too. There's the sweeper. And that's what he's looking to get the swing and miss with the right-handed hitter. That's where he can put you in a bind, because he's got that lower arm angle, not quite sidearm, but gets out there close, and then look at that sweep. It just takes off right off the plate.
8 strikeouts for Rays pitching. And here is Willie Adames. Is down. One. Line drive down to third, and Caminero grabs that one. So 2 up, 2 down. For each stolen base at home this season, the Rays donate $250 to the Orlando Health Foundation, West Florida. Lugumina now to Ramos. That first pitch, a sweeper misses. 1-0. Rays after their 20th win of the year. 2 balls, no strikes. Rays on the 6-game homestand. Day game tomorrow, and then the Blue Jays come in. Ground ball over the mound, picked up there by Palacios near the bag at second, and the Rays win this one. A 1-2-3 ninth inning. And the Rays defeat the San Francisco Giants 5-1 after a 3-0 win in game 1. They take game 2. It's 5-1. 5-9-0 for the Rays. 6 left. 1-7-1. 6 left for San Francisco.
Well, our Advent Health plays of the game. How about the Rays defense? How about putting a little shine on that? Nice play there by Johnny DeLuca. And that's the play that took a base hit away from Luis Arraez by Taylor Walls. Nice sliding grab there by Cedric Mullins. Got an excellent jump on that particular line drive, and the Rays able to play some defense, support some really good pitching, once again holding the Giants to just 1 run in this series so far, as they have now won the series, and then tomorrow roll out of bed to the Trop, look for the sweep.
Well, the Rays now become the 2nd American League team to get to the 20-win mark, so they're 20-12. For Brian Anderson and Ryan Bass, Dwayne Stats, hope you've enjoyed the telecast. Rays winners tonight, 5-1. Rays Live, the postgame coming your way with Rich and Doug just around the corner. See you tomorrow.